How does one write a screenplay? This question often looms over aspiring screenwriters. The world of screenwriting can be a labyrinth for beginners, filled with challenges and uncertainties. But the good news is we're here to guide you through this maze. We'll be unfolding a structured process that simplifies your journey from an idea to a full-fledged screenplay. By breaking down the process into 10 manageable steps, we aim to make the task less daunting. So, stick around to learn the 10 crucial steps to creating a compelling screenplay. Before we dive into the steps, let's clarify some important screenwriting jargon. One term you'll undeniably come across is a spec script. This is a screenplay written on speculation, meaning you haven't been paid to write it. Instead, you're crafting this script out of your own volition, hoping to sell it to a studio or production company for production. Now, writing a spec script has its perks. You're free to write what you want, when you want, with no one peering over your shoulder. It's a chance to hone your skills and develop your craft, undistracted by looming deadlines or executive pressure. But there's a flip side to this liberty. You're not getting paid yet. You're investing time and energy into something that might not necessarily yield a financial return. However, understanding and navigating this process is a key part of the screenwriting journey. Now that you understand what a spec script is, let's start with the first step. Step 1. Acquire screenwriting software. It's an essential tool for formatting your screenplay. A screenplay is not just a collection of words, it's a carefully crafted document with a specific structure and format. Screenwriting software helps you adhere to the industry standard formatting, ensuring your script is professional and easy to read. It also saves you time, allowing you to focus on the story rather than the technicalities of formatting. Moving on to step 2, it's time to come up with a great story idea. This is the cornerstone of your screenplay. It's the seed from which everything else grows. Your story idea should be unique, engaging, and something you're passionate about. Remember, you're going to be spending a lot of time with this story, so make sure it's one you love. A great story idea should also have potential for conflict and change. The 2 key ingredients of drama. It should be able to sustain interest and tension over the course of a full-length film or TV episode. And finally, it should be something you can summarize in a single sentence. Which brings us to step 3, writing a compelling logline. A logline is a one-sentence summary of your story, capturing the essence of your screenplay. It's your elevator pitch, your hook. It should intrigue and tantalize, giving just enough information to spark interest while leaving room for curiosity. A strong logline communicates the main conflict and the unique nature of the story, hinting at the journey the audience can expect. Creating a compelling logline is an art in itself. It requires distilling your story to its essence, finding the core that makes it unique and engaging. But once you have it, it serves as a beacon, guiding you through the writing process. It's the foundation of your screenplay, the heart of your story. With a solid story idea and logline, you're ready to dive deeper into your screenplay. Now you're equipped with the necessary tools and the key elements to start your screenwriting journey. So let's move forward to the next steps. Step 4, develop your characters. They are the heart of your story. In the world of screenwriting, characters are the lifeblood of any story. They are the ones who carry your narrative forward. They are the ones who bring your story to life. They are the ones who make your audience care about what happens next. So take some time to really get to know them. What are their desires, their fears, their quirks? How do they speak, move, react? All these aspects will ultimately shape how your story unfolds. Now let's take a breather and dive into a midway break, shall we? This is where you get to choose a title for your script. Remember, your title should intrigue, evoke emotion, and give a hint of what the story is about. Next, it's time for some research. Whether your screenplay is set in 18th century France or a futuristic Mars colony, you need to know your world inside out. So, hit the books, make Google your best friend, and immerse yourself in the universe you're creating. Lastly, the fun part, story visualization. This is where you let your imagination run wild. Visualize your story scene by scene, as if it were already a blockbuster movie. This will not only make the writing process more enjoyable, but also help you write more vividly and dynamically. Now that your characters are developed, it's time to structure your story. So buckle up, because the journey is just getting started. Step 5, writer treatment. This is your story's blueprint. Picture this as a detailed summary of your screenplay. It's like your story's roadmap, guiding you through the narrative landscape. It's not just about the plot, it's about the characters, their development, and how they interact with the world around them. Moving on to step 6, creating an outline. This is where you structure your screenplay, scene by scene. It's like building a house. You wouldn't start without a blueprint, right? The same applies to your script. Your outline is your blueprint. It's the skeleton to which you'll add flesh and blood, transforming it into a living, breathing story. Now on to step 7, writing the first draft. This is where you bring your characters to life, where you let them breathe, let them make mistakes, let them triumph. This is where you infuse your dialogue with wit and charm, where you paint vivid pictures with your words. This is where your story begins to take shape. Remember, it's just a first draft. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be written. So let the words flow freely. Don't worry about getting it right, just get it written. With your first draft complete, it's important to take a breather. Let your script breathe, let your mind rest. You've done a lot of work and you deserve a break. When you come back, you'll be ready to refine and polish, turning that first draft into a shining gem of a screenplay. Step 8, take a writing break. Fresh eyes can bring fresh perspectives. After the break, it's time to revisit your work. Step 9 is all about rewriting. This is where you refine your dialogue, tighten your plot, and flesh out your characters. Finally, step 10, completing your final draft. This is the culmination of all your hard work. Remember, writing a screenplay is a process, and every rewrite brings you closer to a polished final draft.